your bridge to hope, encouragement, and inspiration. It's Sozo Today with the Bridge FM Morning Crew. Here's Johnny, Jared, and Joel.
Good morning, Washington, Greenville, and New Bern. What a beautiful yet rainy Monday morning.
So you said I don't care in the last segment about your dance moves.
Yeah.
So let's take this to the next thing. Bad hair don't care.
Yeah, so I'm getting my hair
You
cut
walked in here today. You have no hair product in your hair. And, I mean, I noticed it right away. And your beard is a little longer than normal. Mm-hmm. And I didn't say anything, but I'm thinking, Jared, dude, like, did you just, like, roll out of bed and walk in here? What's up? Bad hair don't care. You got a mission going on, right?
I do. I'm going to take a before and after picture. I'm getting my hair cut. Johnny goes, wait, you're getting your hair cut? Where are you getting your hair cut at? And I'm like, in my bathroom.
You're doing it yourself.
Yeah, so I'm doing the old haircut by Jared today.
And did you know that now the biggest thing that's going off the shelves are clippers, hair clippers? I saw that on the news the other day. It shifted from toilet paper to hair clippers because people were cutting their hair.
Yeah, and thankfully I already had some because of my beard. I keep a nice set of hair clippers for when my beard was really, really, really long a little while back. And we've been talking today about the greatest gifter, and we've been sharing some stories, and we want to hear from you. So hop onto our Facebook page and let us know. We got a post up there. Just let us know the greatest gift other than salvation that you've ever received. We're going to do a drawing at the end of the 9 o'clock hour for a Mi Fiesta gift certificate. So hop on there. Let us know. We are your interactive morning show. So we want to, we don't want to just be talking. We want you to follow along with us there. We want you to hit up sozotoday.com, follow along on the devotion that's front and center. And Johnny, we were talking in the break about gifts that we've given. We spent a little bit of last hour talking about gifts we've received. And I remember my Isabel, who is my oldest, her first birthday. It's the night before her first birthday. And I got this sudden just feeling that, oh my goodness, I don't have enough gifts for her. So on my way home from work, I go by Babies R Us and I spent almost $200.
Good gracious.
And I get home and my wife's like, what in the world did you do? And I said, I wanted her to have a little bit of everything. And she was like, she's one. Like, she's not even going to know what she's getting. And I'm like, but I'll know. And, I'll know she got everything. And you shared a really cool story too. So tell us about that.
Well, there's nothing that brings a parent greater joy than giving gifts to their children. We love that certainly the benefactors are happy, but the giver, there's something about it. It's something God put in us, man. And I was telling you earlier, we've helped our kids get a car, every one of the 16. And my youngest daughter, Faith, she turned 16 last October, and she had told me leading up to that months earlier that she wanted a Mini Cooper. And she's, a small girl, and so that's a good fit for her vehicle-wise. It's a small car, and so she just had her eye on a Mini Cooper. And we rode by Greenville Auto World, and right out front was this sharp-looking little Mini Cooper. I remember pulling in the driveway, pulling in the lot. They threw me the key. We opened it up, cranked it up. She sat in the car. Her sister was with her, snapped some pictures, and it was just a cool moment. And this is months. This is like months and months before her birthday, so we're not thinking that, we're going to get this right now. But, there was a Mini Cooper at Greenville Auto World, and hey, let's check it out. And sure enough, every time I would ride by Greenville Auto World, I'd look out there and see if that car was still there. And it was there for weeks and weeks and weeks, right? One particular day I rode by, I didn't see it on the lot, and I panicked a little bit. I'm thinking in my mind, maybe they won't sell it, and it'll stay on the lot, and then when I'm ready for it, because her birthday's in October, and this is in the summer, maybe then I can go in and work something out with them and get this car, and it was gone. And so I pull in, I go in the dealership. Todd Bond, who works there in sales, he said, yeah, man. He said, we hadn't sold it yet, so we took it to the auction. I said, oh, man, I hate I missed it. He said, you know what, let me make a call. Called Tim Sutton. They got the car back from the auction. We put the deal together, and Then they held the car for like 2
Those
months
guys are
after
so
that.
awesome.
They held the car. So so it obviously wasn't, we had it ready for, but it's like we went to these great lengths for a moment. And that moment was the moment we surprised her with that car. We really did surprise her. She didn't see it coming. And it was the same Mini Cooper that she remembered sitting in all those months earlier that she got her picture. And I'm saying all that to say this. As a parent, that brought me great joy. Jesus says in Matthew 7:11, how then, if you being natural, evil, you're regular people, how much more, if when you give good gifts to your children, do you love it? He says, how much more will your Father in heaven love giving you good gifts for those that ask? And he loves it. He loves giving us gifts. And the greatest gift he's ever given us is the gift of salvation. And we talked about it in the last break. That word sozo is the word saved in the Greek. And it doesn't mean just get you to heaven. In this word, Jesus has provided for us. The Father, through Jesus, has provided for us everything we need for life and godliness. Everything you pray for and ask, if you need healing or if you need some financial provision or if you need something, what you're praying and asking for has been made available to you through the gift of salvation. And when you understand that, then you understand that, you know what, I get that the same way I got saved initially is I ask, I believe in my heart, I receive that by faith, I ask the Lord for it, and I let him do it. I let him give that gift, because what he says in Romans 8:32 is this. Paul says, listen, our salvation is a gift from God, or Ephesians 2:8. It's a gift of God, not of ourselves, lest any man should boast. So it's all a gift. And when we receive, Jared, these gifts, it brings great joy to the Father's heart.
Absolutely. And it's just, I love it. I love to talk about the gift of our salvation. It is so powerful.
And doesn't that make sense? So if it brings great gifts, joy to us as we give, how much more does it bring joy to him when we receive these gifts that he's given us?
That's right. So we're going to be talking with, coming up in the last segment of this hour, we're going to be talking with Meg Howdy from the Washington Harbor District Alliance.
Yeah.
And we're going to be just finding out from her a little bit about what's going on downtown on Main Street with the streetscape going on. We're also going to be discussing and talking with her about different ways that we can actually still shop the local businesses down there. But now we have Joel with the weather.
Yeah, today scattered showers across the area with highs in the 60s. Tonight clear and calm with lows in the 40s. And tomorrow sunny skies with highs in the 70s. That's your weather update on 98.3 The Bridge.
Your bridge to hope, encouragement, and inspiration. It's Sozo Today with the Bridge FM morning crew. Here's Johnny, Jared, and Joel.
To build a bridge of love together, one stone of hope at a time.
So if you know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more, not does, not might, it says how much more will your Heavenly Father give good gifts to those who ask him. Good morning, Washington, Greenville, New Bern. We are talking about the greatest gifter this morning. That key verse is found in Matthew 7:11. You can head over to sozotoday.com. Follow along with us, Bible reading plan, today's devotional. It's all right there. But we are talking this morning about the God of the universe, the one who created everything, also sent us the greatest gift ever, in that of his Son, Jesus Christ. And as we move through this and we look at John 3:16, and we talk about, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. And this morning, Johnny, we're talking about the magnitude of this gift. And it is one that is almost incomprehensible.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
And Paul said it this way. He says, I'm saved, but I'm being saved. What does he mean by being saved? Basically, he means he draws from the well of salvation. And Paul understood this, and he wrote about it in his letters to the churches. Paul knew that he needed the ongoing benefits of salvation as much as he needed the initial saving that he received on the road to Damascus. And he needed saving. He needed saving. He needed to utilize the benefits of salvation throughout his life. And that's what we need. And it is the gift that keeps on giving, because this great price that Jesus paid for us on the cross doesn't just get us to heaven, but it helps us every day of our lives. This saving, this salvation is for every area of life that we could need. Do you have anything in your life today that needs saving? Do you have a marriage that needs saving? Do you have any relationships that might need saving? Do your finances need saving? Does your health need saving? Well, if so, then the answer is wrapped up in the greatest gift that the Father gave us through Jesus, and that is our salvation. And it is the gift that keeps on giving. We want you to discover more about that. And just because you've never heard it before maybe doesn't mean it's not true. Why would you want to discount something just because you've never heard it before? Right. Because there's a first time for everything, right? And if it really is true, if what we're saying really is true, don't you want to know about it? Don't you want to be able to take advantage of the gifts that God has given you through Jesus? You can learn more. It's real easy. SozoToday.com. Mm-hmm. There is a section at the top, Jared, a tab there that says, "What is Sozo?" And there's a written explanation that explains it through Scripture, what it is. There's a video, and then there's highlights from it was really the pre-show, morning show that we did, where we went into some detail about it. But then get in the Word for yourself and discover the gift that God has given us. This gift that he's given us, Jared, is so powerful, and nothing thrills his heart any more than when we receive it, we walk in it as his children. It brings him great joy. And that's what we're talking about this morning. On our Facebook page, we've had some people comment under the tab or the devotion for today that Jared posted. Comment under there, one of your greatest gifts, aside from salvation. We've been talking about salvation, but aside from salvation, what's one of the greatest gifts you've ever received? We'd love to hear from you. At the end of the show, actually before the next segment, Jared, we're going to draw a winner from those groups of people, the group of people that commented, and we're giving away $20 gift certificate to Me Fiesta, and you're going to love that. If you use it tomorrow, Taco Tuesday, it's going to go a long, long way. And, man, I look forward to it. I got to have Mexican food from Me Fiesta at least once a week. I just got to have it. It's just something I got to have. And so maybe you're one of those got to haves, and if so, you could win that gift certificate. Hey, next segment, we got a special guest coming up, Jared. Tell us about that real quick.
So we have Meg coming on from the Harbor District Alliance in downtown Washington, and she's going to be talking with us about how you can still shop local during this time. And also, she's going to be letting us know a little bit about the streetscape that's going on, when we might be able to expect that to finish, what it might look like, just some really exciting things going on in Washington.
Because right now, Main Street is toe slam up, Jared.
It's a little different here in Washington.
Oh, my word.
Right now.
It is toe slam up. It's a mess down there. But it's a mess for a reason. Yes. And sometimes things get a little bit messy before they get better, right? So we'll be talking to her coming up next segment. Stay with us, Sozo Today, with the Bridge FM Morning Crew.
Your bridge to hope, encouragement, and inspiration. It's Sozo Today with the Bridge FM Morning Crew. Here's Johnny, Jared, and Joel.
Good morning, Washington, Greenville, New Bern. Sozo Today with the Bridge FM Morning Crew. And Jared, we had some technical difficulties. We were not able to connect with Megan Howdy with the Harbor District, but
which stinks because she's awesome.
Don't you love how things just work out? And it's like when it works out, it's even better sometimes. And you know what I'm saying? Well, we got an even better on the line, and I'm not saying even better than Megan, but I mean the way this thing worked out, it's really cool because we got Candace Moore on the line, and Candace is our local State Farm agent right on Main Street, downtown Washington. And Candace is on the line with us. Candace, can you hear us okay?
Good morning, I can.
Awesome. So listen, Candace, I was just in your office a couple of days ago, and the topic, or one of the main topics of our conversation, is what is going on Main Street. I mean, it looks pretty rough, and obviously things can look rough in construction before it starts looking better. But what do you know about the master plan? You're one of the business owners right on Main. Of course, you got a shop there in the building that your office is in, where you rent out spaces for small businesses as well. What do you know? What can you tell us about what's happening on Main Street?
Sure. So we're super excited about the new streetscape project. The timeline, it started March the 30th. And, yes, demolition did kind of tear things up, but in any construction project, that kind of goes quick. And then now they're kind of in the infrastructure stage, replacing water lines and utility lines. They've done a wonderful job not disrupting businesses. We haven't had any electrical outages. The city's been great. Stopped by to check on us, giving us a point of contact. The construction company's been very nice and come by, introduce themselves. We're very excited to see the pretty fluffy stuff at the end, the actual pedestrian walkways, the new landscaping. It's our understanding that the project will extend through October, but there's a chance that they may be above schedule.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, that would be
so when this is all said and done, this is supposed to be really super nice, isn't it?
It is. It's supposed to really enhance, pedestrian traffic and access to the waterfront and just kind of beautification.
Yeah.
I remember years back when they redid Stewart Parkway. I was a little girl, but I do remember, and it really brought more traffic downtown. People are just curious, and so I'm very hopeful for the businesses as they move into for the retail businesses as they move into the fall season that their foot traffic will be increased substantially.
That's good. So, for those that want to know, there is some sidewalk out front in front of every business. So as people are parking in the rear of the buildings or in these back area parking lots, they can still walk around and access buildings from the front entrance, right?
That's right. The all of the back parking lots, from the Stewart Parkway side or from the 2nd Street side, there's plenty of parking in the back. You park in the back, walk around to the front. They have not done. It's not market all the way down Main. They stopped there at the Hackney restaurant, so they're doing it in phases, just for convenience and not to rip up the entire street at once. We have the construction company lined it with nice barricades, so there's plenty of sidewalk for pedestrians to come and visit the different businesses.
Good. So when it's all said and done, it's going to be great. Certainly some time between now and then and a process to be involved, but it's going to be nice. It's going to be better for everything and everyone when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Going to be brilliant. Well, Candace, so a little bit about you, because you're one of our advertising partners here on the station. You grew up in Washington. You moved to Texas for a while, if I'm not mistaken, and then you made your way back, right? What brought that about for you?
Sure. So grew up here, got into banking, relocated to Texas, got into investment banking, and then really wanted to come back, felt a strong connection to come back to be with my family. So I did that I waited for a few years and found the right opportunity with the right company and selected to open a state farm. They wanted a second location in Washington, North Carolina. So the company, being the largest auto insurer in the country, made me compelled to go with that company and open, and it just kind of all fell into place. And I had purchased a property down on Main Street in Washington, and it was the perfect location to be a part of historic downtown Washington and move back home to eastern North Carolina and Washington.
That's great. So I remember when you purchased that building. What was that building formerly known as back in the day?
Sure. It was most recently the Artisan Building.
Right.
It had several local artists.
But what do you know? What some of the original history was on that building?
So the original history, it's my understanding that actually Belt Tower was in there prior to their second location downtown Washington. It's my understanding that they constructed it. Now, that came from a local historian, Bartow Houston, so I'm hoping I'm on the right page with that one.
Awesome. Hey, Candace, it's Jared.
Hey, Jared.
So about a month ago, I guess, I was in an accident, and here's what I love about the local feel, and something really special about you, Candace, and your team there is it was probably 2 days after the accident, and I get a text from Candace being like, "Hey, Jared, it's been a couple of days. It wasn't anything about insurance. It wasn't anything about rental car or anything like that. It was just like, hey, I just want to check on you. How you feeling? Are you okay?" And that's just the beauty of the local feel, and you and your team do a great job of making that happen.
And Candace, before you comment on that, let me tell the backstory of that. Since we're on national radio, right? National radio for Beaufort County and Pitt County. Jared was driving the bridge car and was in an accident, and it was one of those chain reactions where someone 4 cars up slams on brakes, and by the time it got to Jared, he didn't see it. Boom, he rear ends a lady, really right on Evans Street, right there by Marshall's and Best Buy, yeah. And it ended up totaling the bridge car. So for everyone that's seen the bridge car riding around town, it's gone. It's gone. It's not here anymore.
So sad.
Candace, what's so incredible is with I think just maybe 2 or 3 weeks prior to that, we had switched our insurance over to you, State Farm, and you as our agent. And I retitled the car, and then got insurance with you guys, and boom, just like that, the car's totaled. And I can say as a customer that my experience with you guys and State Farm was amazing, impeccable. I mean, just it was incredible. And then Jared shares his own story, how you text him. It's got nothing to do with the accident. Hey, how you feeling? How are you doing? Are you okay? So we would just say, we got our hands up in the air right here, our right hands, and we would say anybody needs auto insurance, life insurance, homeowners insurance, definitely you got to go see Candace Moore. She can help you. She's incredible. So Candace, thank you for that.
Thank you, Candace.
Sure, thank you. We're glad that you're safe, Jared.
And you have a super cute dog hanging out with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Candace, thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving us a little update on what's happening there on Main Street. Thank you for tuning in today. Listen, make it a Sozo day. Jared, one more thing. Oh, yeah. We got a winner.
Pam Hawkins. We are going to put your gift certificate in an envelope. We're going to leave it at Me Fiesta. It'll have your name on it. You can go by there and pick it up. Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a Sozo day. We'll see you tomorrow.